Hi, I'm Cynthia Schiller. Please like and subscribe. We're going to talk about rumination. How do we get it to stop? How do we stop thinking about our ex or your narcissistic person? We need to remember the prognosis for narcissism is not good. It's very bleak. It's almost always unsuccessful, and somebody will develop these personality traits, whether it's through cultural activities, whether they were neglected during their childhood. Often even sexual promiscuity can kind of kickstart narcissism. Sometimes people go through that when they're children or early adolescence. So these kind of get set in their brain. And if you're thinking about, staying with your person or getting back with them, just know that they're not going to change. Even if they've gone to counseling, sometimes becoming self-aware can be helpful, but it's innate in them. So when you're thinking about your narcissist, you're thinking about something that is destructive to your life. So it's time to start, you do need to go through the grief process, but focus on yourself. Think about the things that you did today. Were you thinking about how sad you are, or what you could have done different, or will they come back? That's a lot of wasted energy. And take that time to grieve, but don't get stuck in that rut. Do things for yourself. Even if the night before you got to write out 2 or 3 things that you're going to accomplish, whether it's I'm going to the grocery store, I'm gonna, I don't know, check out a book from the library, or stop by and have some coffee with a friend. Write those out and commit to those, because sometimes when we get caught up in this rumination, we get a little sad, we get a little down, and we get stuck in those ruts. Take your shower, experience new things, and refocus. You have to rewire your brain. That's the hard part. And it can cause like pain to do that, because it's a withdrawal that we're going through. So no, the more you dabble with the rumination, the longer and harder the withdrawal is going to be. So you have to train yourself to think about other things, get excited about other things. And the more things are in motion, objects in motion stay in motion. Once you get your brain focusing on things and training it to do other things, you're going to start feeling second nature to that again. It's going to start to feel normal. Right now, it might feel a little forced. Do I really want to do this today? Do I really want to go out for coffee? I'd rather just sit here, or I look a mess. Like, I don't want to be seen in public. I don't even want to take a shower. But once you start taking those showers and reconnecting with friends or making new friends, you're going to get enjoyment out of that. And that's what you need every day, is enjoyment or connection with people. We went through such a disconnect with our narcissist because it wasn't real, but we went through a disconnect with ourselves, and we need to connect who we are again. Are we fun? Are we outgoing? Are we friendly? Some of you have this anger towards your ex or the narcissistic person in your life. We are upset, but stay true to yourself. And instead of thinking, how do I get back? Or should I get a rise out of them this way, or fight back this way? Keep your thoughts healthy. They do talk about blocking the person. I'm the type where I feel you should acknowledge, because we've been hurt so much, to just, a lot of them are like, just block them. I think it'll be a safer and better situation if you say, I'm sorry, I can't talk to you anymore. I wish you well, and leave it at that, and then block them, as opposed to just having them go crazy, like, what's going on? Because we kind of did that too. So keep the situation healthy as much as possible. Remove yourself, and don't risk getting in trouble, or I don't know, changing how people perceive you. But I'd like you guys to tell me some of the things that you've done. I know I have been kayaking, I've been roller skating, going swimming at my sister's tomorrow, and just get out there and do things. Focus on yourself, because you're a beautiful person. I mean, you love somebody through all the ups and downs. Like, that takes strength. And unfortunately, you know, looking back, we sacrificed for somebody who didn't even appreciate it. And there's times, you know, you do things not necessarily always for gratification. You do it out of a kind heart, but they took from us on top of it. They took our soul. And the discards are often so cold. That's one thing that is inherent in narcissistic relationships. Either we get so fed up that we leave, but because of that trauma bond, a lot of times we stay in it. And they can be so cold when they discard us. A lot of times it's out of the blue. So that's even in the end, it's unhealthy. It's not something you want to ruminate about. You know, you did your best. And there were so many times you tried to rebalance things. It's not like you were tearing them down. You were just expressing your feelings like, you know, can we work on this or try it this way? Or would you please stop ignoring me? And then we, you know, sometimes we feel bad about the reactive abuse. Did we mess all this up? You know, because there is that butterfly effect. I'll do a video on that where one thing goes wrong and it changes the whole circumstance. But that one part that changed the outcome was a devaluation stage. It wasn't you. And it's all through that mirroring. So it's not like the narcissist. I don't even know how to say it. Like they saw themselves in you, or they didn't get the perceived perfection, or the perfection wasn't enough. So even if you were perfect in the relationship, did nothing wrong, narcissists are so odd. Like they see that as boring. And that's when you should be comfortable in life. So if you want to go back to being uncomfortable, that's what it's always going to be. And try a new recipe and then send it to my house. So big hugs to you guys. Go out there, do something fun. Tell me what you did. And it takes mental effort, but it's worth it. Get out in that sunshine. I don't know, just maybe even take a virtual trip around the world. Look at some beautiful places, you know, learn what you can through these YouTube channels, but also, you know, like I said, maybe look at all the beautiful places that are out there and don't get stuck in that little tiny bubble of sadness. There's a whole world out there. So if you can't afford to travel, or you're not quite comfortable going to a different country where you don't know the language, do a virtual one. Enjoy seeing what's out there. There's some beautiful things. Learn about new creatures, go bird watching, look for some crazy bugs that are out there right now, and just love yourself, because you're worth it. And I know it hurts, and you didn't deserve what happened to you, but don't be your own worst enemy too, and keep you stuck in that rut. Be your best friend and spend a lot of time with yourself. You can invite other people too, but definitely take care of yourself and get the rest you need, and it'll be okay. It'll be okay.